to talk about comfort zones. We all have them, and because we have them, we also have the space beyond the comfort zone, which is just not comfortable outside of that of our comfort. And mostly in life, you get to choose if you stay in your comfort zone or if you step out and broaden your comfort zone and explore the world. Having that control is kind of reassuring. But with birth, you don't get that choice. It's gonna happen. It's coming up in weeks to come, and that knowing that can really propel you into this inner conflict. And this inner conflict is meant to help you prepare to go and get the information that you need. And it's also meant to help you better yourself in this preparation process. If our comfort zone included birth and pregnancy already, we probably wouldn't go out and get more acquainted with the subject. We wouldn't prepare ourselves internally for what it means to become a parent and to have your body completely transform and for you to lose your identity of what you were before to become this mother that's going to take care of this completely helpless being. So because it's such a big task, and because to prepare for this, you need to go and get more information and develop some skills and just envision your life with this. You have to step out of your comfort zone. Now that is scary. Okay. So stepping out of your comfort zone creates a conflict between emotional tension and between creative tension. So the emotional tension is where all your fears live, and the creative tension is where the magic happens and where your strength comes from. So back to your fears. They can be, there's common ones, of course. Am I going to rip in half? Is it really, really, really going to hurt? Will I be able to deal with the pain? Will I know what to do? Will my baby come too early? Am I going to have an emergency C-section? Will the baby's cord be around its neck? Will my baby be healthy? Will it have 10 toes, 10 fingers, and a button nose? And then it can be other things more on a level of yourself. Like, will I have the strength to go through birth? Will I have the strength to be a mom afterwards? Will I lose my identity? We can go, it's the possibilities of what fear you may hold inside of you are innumerable. Okay, but mostly a lot of these fears come from just not knowing, to not have gone through this process before, and also not having birth or examples of birth around us as we grow up. But I would say that beyond that, we have all these fears, and we just get into this state of, our mind just goes wild with all of these fears the more we approach the birth date. But they come out because we do not have a enticing vision of what we would like our birth experience to be. Most people can tell you what they do not want in their life. This is applicable in birth too. If you ask most pregnant women, they'll be able to tell you, well, I don't want a C-section. And all of these things come from either a past experience that you had that there was elements in it that just did not please you and you do not want to repeat, or it just comes from stories that you've heard, or what you see in the movies, or what your mom told you that birth is about. So your mind keeps going back to what you do not want. But if I tell you, well, what do you want? Then, great, you've told me what you don't want. What do you want? What do you want your birth experience to be like? A lot of times people don't know. They don't really know what they want. So it's hard to feel confident about stepping out of your comfort zone if you don't even know towards what you want to be going to. I invite you to have a clear vision of what you want. Ask yourself, what do I want? And spend time composing your vision. And this vision needs to be enticing enough and alluring enough that it will make you go over your fears. It will make you step out of your comfort zone and push you forth to this place where the magic happens. Of course, you will feel vulnerable and you will feel clumsy, because you're not in a zone that you're familiar with. That's fine. But by doing that, you will discover a strength, something else that you could, from the inside of your comfort zone, you could not see. And it didn't really exist because it didn't need to. As long as you were comfortable and safe within your boundaries, you didn't need this other thing. And this other thing, it's a guidance. It's a growing confidence. And I think if you ask any woman who has birthed before in a way where she felt empowered and she tapped into this guidance or power, she will tell you that she never knew that you could feel this way. And as women, it's our right to feel this. Not just in birth, but definitely in birth. And so this confidence and this guidance afterwards will assist you in so much more than you could imagine. I mean, maybe there's been events in your life before you giving birth that actually made you tap into this confidence and this guidance and this power. And then from those times, like there's this path inside of you that it's gone through it before, so it's easier for you to access this in moments like in birth. But maybe this is the first time. But from here, no matter what, if this is the first time or not that you feel this inside of you, from then on, it's there. It's inside of you. And you may not always know the path to it, but if you need it, it will come. It's almost like being in a movie and being a superhero and having your animal twin or something, and you're separated for some reason, and at some time you're in danger, or you're in trouble, or you're in need of assistance, and like you just have to kind of think about your animal twin, and here it is. It comes like whatever. If it's a flying dragon, it comes to the sky and it comes and assists you. It's kind of the same thing. Funny image, but that's how that's how I see it. When you do step out of your comfort zone, you are asked to be much bigger than you've ever been before. And as pregnant women, this is more true than for anyone else. But basically, that's what I mean. The moment you do step out of your comfort zone, and you don't just retrieve back, and you get to a point, you stay there, and you deal with the uncomfort and with the awkwardness, and then you get to a point where that's comfortable, then your comfort zone is that much bigger. And so your world is that much bigger also, and you're much more adaptable in any other situation. So in my case, obviously, before giving birth, um, well, I was intrigued by it because I knew I wanted kids, and I knew I would have to go through this process. And I knew it wasn't going to just come to me, that people were going to birth around me so I could see how it happens. And I did not want to go in a hospital and check it out that way, because I knew also I did not want to give birth in a hospital. See, I knew what I did not want. But, I needed to go and find information and ask people. But until I actually went through it, my world was still a place where Gabrielle does not know how to give birth. I had this intuition that women from time way back have done this. A lot of them did not have um, YouTube videos to show them, or books to read about the process, and they did it. And most of them did it quite successively. So in some way, I knew that knowledge and just that inner knowing, I could tap into it. But still, until I went through it, my world was still a place where Gabrielle does not know how to give birth. And then I did it, and yeah, my world became a place where Gabrielle rocks in birth. And bending down is not, it's not a huge challenge yet, but it's not as fun as it used to be. It's not as easy. This week, I don't know what I'm talking about. This week, I don't know who I am.